Hello everybody, how you doing? And welcome, I have another tutorial for you. Now, I made an old tutorial about how to find diamonds, but after 1.18 on Bedrock on consoles, and pretty much everything else, this has changed a little bit, although not as much as I think some people are suggesting. So I'm just going to talk you guys through a tutorial for how to find diamonds if you're new to the game, or if you just want to know what's changed in 1.18. Now, this is a brand new world for me. As you can see, I found some diamonds already, which is a spot of luck. But this will just help me because you need a decent pick for this. Now, at the moment, I don't have an enchanting table. If you have a small amount of diamonds and you can make an enchanting table, or if you have a village, if you can get fortune on a pick first, that's going to really help because it's really going to increase the number of diamonds that you'll get out of this. But it doesn't matter for your first diamonds if you're just trying to get them. And I'm going to just talk you guys through it. Now, I have dug a mine shaft already. And this basically goes all the way to bedrock. Now, I haven't used coordinates for this. In the previous tutorial I did, I got a lot of comments from people saying I should have turned on coordinates helps, but the truth is the exact level at which stuff appears at was never as precise as people say. You know, Y11 maybe statistically, but it doesn't make that big a difference depending on how you dig. And it's even less so now. So what you want to do is dig all the way down to bedrock. Make sure you're safe. You're going to need a decent amount of armor, decent amount of tools, and torches. Now, if you're in this new generation, there's also a good chance that you'll encounter some caves. And also in the previous tutorial, I said, don't worry too much about caves, just head for the right level. This was also kind of controversial. I kind of stand by this. You can find diamonds in caves when you're at the right level, if you do, but it isn't that much of a huge amount. So the best thing to do is, if you pass a cave, get out, take a quick walk around. The caves can be very twisty and windy in the new generation, but honestly, don't worry about them too much. It's better to get at the right level and dig, but, you know, go out in a cave, take a lot of torches, light them all up, make sure you don't lose your way back, and look. You might find some that are just exposed at the sides, and it might be fast, but honestly, it's more luck than anything else finding them in caves. They're less likely to appear exposed in caves than they are surrounded by stone. So, once you get to bedrock, this is, I think, the easiest way to do it. What you want to then do is go back up a few. Now, in the previous world generation, the easiest way to do it was to go back by about 10. So, say you were at as low down bedrock as you can get, reasonably there. You know, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, this is still a pretty good height, but I've also found it's fine a little bit down now, too. What you really want to be is just bedrock, and then back up a bit so you're not just scraping bedrock, basically. And then it's the same technique as before. You want to dig in a straight line, straight ahead. Now I don't have an enchanting table yet because this is a brand new world for me, so this is a little bit slower than it would have been in the past. What I might do, by the way, if this is taking me a while, because diamonds, they're still a little rare. The advantage of getting out and hopping into caves is that you can run through caves very quickly, but they're still not common. So if this takes me a long time, you might see me just edit and skip past all the, well, basically I'll zip it up, I'll speed it up. But I don't think it's going to. The diamonds are really pretty easy to find once you get pretty low. Now, I should mention that the reason I think they're partly so easy to find here is in 1.18, we don't have the new warden yet. The kind of dangerous stuff that's going to appear very, very, very low as you get deeper and darker. So I feel like diamonds are fairly easier to find now because it's going to be much more hazardous to come this low down once that update's in. But that update is not in yet. So what you want to do is dig in a straight line like this. I found a cave. So this is actually a good example of what I'm talking about. Here we found a little bit of a cave. If I just dig through to here, you can get out and take a look. And there may be some diamonds exposed here. But I've seen a lot of people on 1.18 give this advice that what you should actually do is just look for caves and not bother digging. In my experience, it's not that good. What you should do is when you find a cave, get out and look. Because, you know, you might find some. But if you don't find some quickly, don't get lost in the cave following nothing else. Particularly if they're going higher like this. Because the higher you go, the less frequently they're getting. So here I've gotten out, I've taken a bit of a scout around through the cave, but yeah, the more time it takes me, the less I'm actually digging at this ideal height. So if you see a cave, get out, take a little hunt around like that, put a few torches down, have a look. Don't exhaustively explore the cave though, because the further away, like I say, the further away you get from that ideal height, the less likely you are to find some. So we'll go back to our shaft here and keep digging. So like I say, basically, a little apprehensive about lava there. You do this. After you've dug a long shaft, I'm going to explain this before I cut ahead if that happens. There we go. Diamonds. Beautiful. So I'm going to dig these out first. Now, in 1.18, you get bigger seams, and you get bigger seams the closer to bedrock you are. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And you also want to just kind of... You won't necessarily find any, but you want to clear out some surrounding areas because they can be kind of attached on diagonals. So there could be, say... Whoa! Oh, close one. There could be some you can't see, basically. So you just want to clear a little bit of surrounding area. So we found some there, so this is a good height. But you probably want more than just 4. So what you want to do is keep digging for a bit. This is a little bit short for what I want, but I'm going to show you what to do next. Because I found the diamonds, I'm going to show you what the next step is. Then you want to pick a direction. Now I'm going to go this way, because that way we had some lava. And you want to dig across 2, 3, what am I talking about? Leave 2, and then dig back and do the same thing. When you get back to your starting point, periodically you want to just kind of dig through and check. You want to turn that way again and go, again, 2 across and along. What this does is it lets you kind of build a big square across an area that will let you see, let you cover as much of an area as possible. So, you know, the longer you dig in one single direction like this, the bigger your square is going to be. But you're only going to get good coverage when you turn and then go back. If you think about the image you'll be making in your head, right? And the reason we go 2 across, because people were a little concerned about this last time too, is it's really one of the most efficient shapes. Because if you go 2 across, you can see, you already saw what's here when you dug down. You can see what's here and what's here when you go back. The only thing you can't see is what's under here. But that's fine. Like, what you want to do is find a balance between the most efficient digging pattern and the best results. So that's what you want to do. And of course, if you did, just as I'm trying to sort of anticipate all the questions I got last time to help people understand a little better. If you did 4 across, for example, you'd cover a wider area in less time, but you wouldn't expose this layer here. So you wouldn't see what's here. Whereas if you only did 1 across, you've already seen what's on this block here, so it's not helpful. So yeah, then we just dig back. That's basically the whole thing. I'm going to keep digging just a little bit more to see if I can... What is this little trench here? This is very odd. Oh, this is a little seam of cave too. So yeah, little caves, once you find them, it's worth just maybe just dipping into them and taking a look. But just don't spend too much time exploring them if you don't find diamonds quickly, because it's the speed advantage they give you, not... Then they don't appear more frequently in caves, they're just faster to look through than digging. So as soon as it's taking you a while in a cave, back out. So I'm going to dig for a little information, really. If this was useful to you, thank you very much, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Bye-bye!